All right, good morning, cyber traders. Welcome this lovely Thursday. Good to see you all. Hope everyone's excited. Getting close to that weekend. I don't know about where you are in this world, but does it feel like it's kind of cool out lately? I'll tell you, I feel like summer hasn't getting here. I'm a little disappointed. I was going to do a home living channel video. My garden's not really picking up. I don't know how you guys are doing on your end, but I don't know, maybe because it's cold at night or whatever it is. I mean, I like it personally. I feel like I'm in San Diego where we're not getting that 90, 100-degree weather, but, anyway, I don't know if you're having your pack of the woods. I know Texas is not having good weather this next couple of days, but let me tell you, there's no better place than be here to trade. I'll tell you, there's a lot of good things that are moving. We had a really nice run on NVIDIA. That thing is just won't stop. It had a great run yesterday. We'll talk a little about that one. There's a couple of stocks that are getting crushed right now. This stock, MRSN, oh my God, let me tell you, pharmaceutical stock, only thing that's really weird and very interesting about this one, it's actually making a little bit of a comeback after taking that big smack in the face. So anyway, a couple of things. Good to see you, Grant, everyone, Ravina, Bella, everyone, Lawrence, Lita, good to see you all. No problem. My garden is not doing well too in Iowa, Carol. You know what? See, so then it's not me. Okay. Sheila from Boston, one of our new trial members. Boston's weather is not great. Garden barely hanging in there. I was thinking about giving it a shot of some fertilizer or something, but I don't know what the hell's going on with that. I mean, this has got to be the absolute worst. The worst. Oh, and I know we're here to talk about trading, but one last thing I want to bring up. Is it me or flowers are so damn expensive? I mean, I went to go buy some New Guineas, and I was at this one nursery. They wanted just one plant, one little plant, a little one, a little bit bigger. But they wanted like $9. I mean, that same plant I used to pay like $3, $2.50 for it. $9. I mean, granted, the place was empty. There was more employees there than people walking around. I'm like, wow, look, I thought the place was closed, honestly. Huge nursery. It's got to be at least about, I don't know, 20, 30 acres. Everything's expensive, right? All right. I just want to share that and throw it out there. I mean, I'd love to hear your comments on that, but my God, how freaking damn expensive these flowers got. It's like nobody's going to be doing flowers anymore unless you got to take out a second mortgage, So anyway, regardless about planting, let's talk about what's moving the market, right? So anyway, we saw what happened yesterday regarding about the Fed rate and everything else. We saw this week that they didn't raise it. Market did come down a little bit, and then we could see it right here and bring this up. So you can see that big little collapse right there. It came back down. Kind of weird how all of a sudden, the Fed, they're not going to raise. The market drops, which probably you would think that would be good news. And then right around that time frame, boom, the stock makes a nice big the market makes a big run up. So days like this is the days where you really kind of want to trade brand name stocks. That's the only time I ever trade when the Fed, but you don't know what to do until we get to the end of the day. Because usually the street might be shocked and they want to keep hearing what they're saying, because it's not about the news of the Fed not raising or lowering the rate. It's what they project and what they see in the future. Are they going to consider raising rates? Maybe this, the way they say it. And first of all, who can understand them anyway? But there are people out there that really, they're analysts and these brokerage firms do. And that's why I never like to trade, because, when they make that announcement, because it's basically a 50-50 gamble. That's really what it comes down to it. But regarding what we traded yesterday, let's talk about some of the stocks. So anyway, NVIDIA has been on a rocket ship. We know about those big earnings. NVIDIA, obviously, making a lot of money and a lot of noise due to their AI chip, because pretty much they basically own that market. I mean, yeah, you also have AMD, but NVIDIA is just on a totally different level. I mean, that stock took such a big hit, came all the way down to 100. This thing is up almost, what is that? Almost 400%, since October. So we all know, so everyone's jumping on the AI bandwagon, and I'll bring up the AI stock right here. So yeah, AI was at 10. You can see it's 40. So it's definitely a lot cheaper. You know what I mean? But I think the video was a little bit easier to trade, even though it is expensive. Hey, you bought 1,000 shares of AI, you bought 100 shares of NVIDIA. Comes out to be the same thing. So anyway, that was actually a good mover going up. Intel, obviously working side by side with them. They did really well too. Intel, I was actually shocked. Intel was the stock that I used to trade, back in the 90s. I mean, that was the godfather of the stock market. Whatever, like that was the leader indicator. That was the Google back then. When people look like, what was the market doing? They always related to Apple. Apple was like the worst. Nobody even consider Apple. I remember seeing Apple at $18, $13 back then. What a schmuck I was. I should have owned it back then. But anyway, Intel had a really good move yesterday. Obviously, you can see it from 34 up to 35. This stock is obviously a little bit easier to trade, but we're not really a big fan of trading these stocks. So anyway, those two moved. And next moved up pretty nicely right out of our pre-market, went from like $6 to $8. That was pretty good. You was just, made this new deal with what was the new? Who did make the deal with? It was with Apple. They get this $1,500 headset. Who's going to spend $1,500 on a headset? You know what? There's an ass for every seat. I said that yesterday. That stock has been doing phenomenal the last couple of days. I mean, you're talking about a $28 stock. Stock is almost literally up 100% from where we saw it just about beginning of this month. That one's doing pretty well. Wedge was also one of the really nice winners yesterday. This thing was just a rocket. You could see in pre-market. This was probably, for some of you that were here, and we were static yesterday in pre-market. We were talking about it, but this thing just ran from $10 all the way to $22. And you know what? Yeah, that does happen. Tesla also, what's nice about the Tesla trade? And I've been bringing it up because Tesla's also been on a big move. Tesla, there was a huge iceberg order right around the 260 price range. And the stock has been having a really tough time getting past that. And finally, it broke out a little bit. But that order is still out there. Now you can see Tesla down to 248. So anyway, my point that I'm getting to regarding about these stocks that we trade, follow the money. Okay, follow the money. That's what it's all about. Now today, what today is also at 12 o'clock, we have open house. Anyone watching social media, if you miss it, you could watch the recording, take your phone out, take that QR code. I'm going to talk about how to be, how to become a beginner trader, in today's markets. So if you are a beginner trader and you're considering trying to get involved into it, I'm going to go into some details, the pros and cons of, what trading is all about. So definitely make sure you register, click on that QR code. If you're watching this later, you can always watch the recording of it. Okay. And we'll get you in that trading room. Now, regarding about what's going on today. So let's see what we got going on. First of all, the big news this morning is this stock right here. Everyone's been trading this stock in the morning meeting. It didn't go up a lot. I mean, listen, it was at 320. If you look at the 8 o'clock time frame, it was at 260. I mean, it's got a pretty big pop here. What kind of stands out right here. Let me bring it up and show some of the people here on YouTube because they don't know what we're talking about. Right here, you can see there's a 37,000 share buyer that showed up, and he's been out there for a little while. But you can see here it's about 8:15. He was out there. He hit that support, and it kind of went up, and it was 37,000. So it was like almost like common sense. How does stocks go up and go down? Buyers and sellers. Okay, and I don't know how many times I have to say that, but if someone tells you differently, they don't know what they're talking about because they're not traders. But it's all about buyers and sellers. And when that buyer showed up right around there and it never wanted to break it, you could see that 280. Look at that. Nice move. I mean, listen, do the math. 1,000 shares, $2.80 stock, a $2,800 investment, $1 move, $1,000, $250,000 salary. That's why we love this stock. And guess what? You only been trading for about 30, 40 minutes. You're done for the day. Who does not want that job? Okay. So that's why we love what we do. So anyway, for some of you, you're probably considering, is it too late, Fausto? Have to get in. listen, the market's not open yet. This is just pre-market. And we saw how we did that yesterday with, whatchamacallit, with the wet G. Same thing. All right, next stock on the watch list. Now, let me go through the big percentage gainers. Nikola, I don't know what's going on Nikola, but Nikola's got some pretty big move. This stock took a very big hit. You could see his stock was all the way down here, got really kind of crushed here. You can see it's all the way down to 50 cents. Nikola's been making a big comeback. It's up about 100%. I would still, I don't know what the story, other than just watching the action and see what's happening with it. I like to wait stocks to break $1, but Nikola's been on a big move. So let's keep an eye on that, as maybe it could be a little bit of a swing trade. Day trading, I'm not super sold on it. You could see what it did yesterday. It's like watching grass grow. The stock has to kind of pick up some big momentum before it could really kind of be a good day trade. But it's the biggest volume leader of the market. That's what's really impressive. Now, the biggest percentage gainer right now is EDTI. It's about 71%. Am I sold on it? No, it's not doing absolutely crap. Okay. But Sophie, on the other hand, this stock is up, did over 8 million shares, big slingshot right here. And you could see it. This one's moving a lot better. Good volatility, good spread, cheap stock. We all could afford it. Now, most of you are probably asking, okay, Fausto, where's it going? Okay. Well, I could tell you this. You got a couple of people that are holding it down right here, right around the $1.70. You can see those orders out there. They did get executed. You could see some of the, they got 20,000, 9,000. That's not a lot. Stock traded 8 million shares in pre-market. Some of you are sitting there watching here right now like, can I get in? My brokerage firm won't let me. And I know some of you want to get in, but you're going to have to wait. You got the wrong brokerage account. That's the reason why. But Sophie, definitely I would keep an eye on it. That one's going on our watch list. Listen, it's never too late. Listen, we do got resistance levels here. I see it right here on level 4. Orders are out there, but if they start pulling their orders, this stock could be a really, really nice move. Hell of a lot better than the one we saw, the EDTX. Listen, a lot of these stocks are moving. Not all of them are tradable. BNMV. All right, so this stock has started getting a ladder effect right around 845, and then order got filled and started backing off. I'm not completely sold on the stock right here too. Okay, so I'd probably scratch out of that one. MVIS, the stock has been a phenomenal stock. We've been watching this thing from $2 to $8. We trade the stock so many times. It's got good volume, but Microvision, the stock's been trending down in pre-market. Maybe there's some profit taking going on. I'm not a fan of that one. I don't like it. Okay. It's all about following the orders. Nikola, we already know about. Okay, so we're at 6%. So we got to scratch that. We know about the MRSN. Putting this on our watch list. Here's another stock that got really beat up right here, down 51%, but she's not going anywhere. It looks like a pharmaceutical stock. They don't usually come back. Game B, 13%. That's all garbage. All right, losers. What we got? Let's go on the New York Stock Exchange. Typical, nothing. I mean, this stock had a little bit of a nice little pop right here. Let me go check on and see what's going on and see where the orders are, see where the buyers are. Let me tell you a funny story. Before I'm going to tell you something funny before we end today. So let's hold off. Okay, it's an ETF. That's the thing. It's an ETF, so it's kind of hard to trade these ETFs. Boyle's on the big percent. Wow. Okay. Boyle on the move. There we go. Boyle 270. What did Boyle do yesterday? Okay. I'm a big fan of Boyle, but it hasn't moved yet. I bought it. I broke even. I lost a little money. I'm going to keep an eye on Boyle. Up 5%, 15 cents. It's got to get past this like $3 price range. It's going to have a really tough time right there. All right. That about does it. Don't really see anything there. Anything I'm missing, cyber traders? Anyone else out there on social media or that's watching it live? Anything else? That's not a big list today, really. I mean, we only need one. I mean, a lot of you already did well with the MRSN. That was about it. Boyle looks good today, Grant. It does. I mean, listen, Boyle's a little bit easier to trade. It's got a good volume. It's got good iceberg orders. That one's pretty good. I mean, that one does pretty well. And yes, so the thing is this. One person asked me a question. I did 2 big events yesterday. If some of you were there and watched me. But some people are asking me, can you use level 4 for other things than stocks? I said, absolutely. You could see cryptocurrency. You could see You could see futures. You can use this towards ETFs, all that stuff. So it's better to know where the street is than you thinking that you know better than them. All right. And now, and don't forget now, today at 12 o'clock, like I said, I'm going to be doing a live open house. This Traders for Beginners is called. Take your cell phone, scan that. If you want to take a trial in the cyber group, just click on that. We'll get you registered for it. And then in the meantime, we got the market open up about 15 minutes. So we'll look forward to seeing everyone in live trading. Kava. Oh, really? Okay, we looked that up. Michael says Kava's opening up. Got to put that on our watch list. CAVA. Kava. We'll put that on our watch list. All right. In the meantime, we'll see everybody in the trading room. Once again, traders, you see something, you say something. We'll start commentating when the market opens up. If you're watching social media, like I said, we're live here every morning at 9 a.m. at 2:30, and you can always come and join us to trading if you want to. But we will be broadcasting live at 12 o'clock for Traders for Beginners. All right, guys. Good luck, everyone. Happy trading, and trade safe. All right. Don't get too cocky today.